Hey, I'm Andrea, and this video is about Oakland A's outfielder and DH Brent Rooker. Rooker's off to a really hot start this season. He's actually leading baseball in OPS. So we're going to take a look at whether he can maintain this hot start and why I'm not so confident that he can. So just a little background on him. He made his major league debut in 2020 with the Twins. He was traded twice, ended up with the Royals last season, and then was DFA'd after the season ended. So the A's are the fourth team that he's been a part of. And one thing that he's done consistently well throughout his career is that he's always had above average power and quality of contact. So in his 2 seasons with the most plate appearances, so 2021 and 2023, he's had above average hard hit rates, xSlug, and max exit velocities. And he's also done a really good job of having a strong batted ball profile. So he's done well at limiting ground balls, hitting fly balls, and line drives during those 2 seasons, so 2021 and 2023 again. So based on these trends, it's not that far-fetched that he would be doing well. His quality of contact has consistently outperformed his results. For the first time of his career, his slug, which is .692, is higher than his expected slug, .611. So without knowing anything else, it's easy to say that he's going to regress because it's near impossible to maintain that pace. But I think what's more interesting is whether he'll regress just a little bit and stay an above average hitter, or if he'll go back to where he was in 2021 when he had an OPS of .688 and was a below average hitter. But his xSlug, consistently high hard hit rates, and ideal batted ball profile are all positive signs, so what's the catch? The first red flag is that he has below average bat to ball skills. Right now his strikeout rate is 24%, which is only slightly worse than MLB average, but his career strikeout rate is 30%, and I think we'll see a strikeout rate that's closer to that as we progress throughout the season. And I think that for a couple of reasons. The first, that his whiff rates have stayed pretty constant throughout his career. Right now it's 37%, which is definitely on the higher side. If we look at this graph, it compares single season strikeout rate to whiff rate, and we can see that there's a pretty strong correlation between the two. So if we take his whiff rate, which is consistent with his career, and we try to line that up with the strikeout rate, it's closer to 31% over the course of a full season. And another stat backing this up is that Rooker has a very low zone contact rate of 71%, which is 11% worse than MLB average. The second red flag is that Rooker has a really high BABIP right now at .339. That's batting average on balls in play. And that BABIP varies dramatically from that of his career, which is .285. And with no noticeable changes to his approach or his swing, I think that means we'll see a regression in his BABIP and his strikeout rate to be closer to those of his career. One thing that he is doing really well this season is that he's barreling the ball a lot more than he has in the past. His barrel rate is a career high at 23%, and I'm not sure whether this is actually a trend that will continue or if it's just a small sample, because a lot of these rate stats are dramatically changing from day to day. But I do have an idea for what might be contributing to this high barrel rate so far. And that idea is that Rooker is taking advantage of pitches right down the middle. So all of his extra base hits have been off of pitches that were thrown down the middle. And that's certainly not a bad thing because we want hitters to capitalize on those pitches, but it's not that telling of any skill. Even the worst hitters in the game can capitalize on these pitches. So even though Rooker's performing like an all-star right now, I'm not confident that he'll be able to continue doing so because of the things that we talked about. So he doesn't have a noticeable change in swing or approach. He has historically below average bat to ball skills. His 2023 BABIP is much higher than his career, and he's only capitalizing on pitches that are thrown right down the middle. So unfortunately, I think we'll see a significant regression in his strikeout rate, his barrel rate, and his overall results as the season progresses, but I hope he proves me wrong. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow me on Twitter @ScalcoReport. Thanks for watching!